Let me check. Let's see. Oh, you know what, guys? I don't know if I want to make sure that we've been live. What is up? I think I've only been live for 15 seconds, and I think my software was lagging. But, hey, we're here at Skinny Bob's. I'm going to go through it one more time. Sorry if we went through it twice. I can edit it out after the fact on YouTube. But, oh, my gosh, Fedor's going to snap in the 9-ball on the first break. Fedor won the lag, snaps in the 9, but I guess they're playing 9 on the break don't count. Okay. Okay. We're at Skinny Bob's at Round Rock in Texas with Fedor Gorst. Let me know in the chat if you guys heard me explain everything twice. Or if you're just now joining us. I think that the software was lagging. What's up, Chatland? What's up, Gerard? Good morning, Will. Peyton Doss says, I thought he wasn't playing in this. He wasn't planning on it, but he got the okay from the stem cell folks. Just went live. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to just mention, as far as the music goes, I know some people don't care for the music that we play, but we got to play it. The venue's playing some pretty loud stuff on the jukebox right now. I just heard Rihanna just recently, so we got to cover that up so you guys can continue to enjoy this after the fact, and YouTube doesn't pull the video. So, but yeah, we're playing at Fedor's playing at Round Rock, at Skinny Bob's, the Skinny Bob's 9-ball classic. It's a race to 7, 9 on the spot, alternate break, breaking from the box, but it looks like no 9 on the snap was a rule for this tournament. So, right on, cool. We are in it, guys. Looking like a pretty juicy first rack. Good morning, Ike. Good morning, Neil Caffrey. Hello from Poland. What's up, man? It's almost dinner time out there. Oh, he's got kind of a funny angle here. I mean, not the end of the world, obviously. He's so good at this, like, cheat the pocket and punch the ball back out. He's so good at that. And what I mean by cheat the pocket is even though the 7's out here, you know, you could hit the ball into this side of the pocket and not get or like, you know, the middle of the pocket and not get a lot of motion out of the cue ball, or you can punch the ball into the pocket facing. And it gives you that much more angle where it moves the cue ball noticeably more at higher speeds. Collins, what do we know about Daniel? Oh, yeah, that was the thing I was going to check before I realized that the stream started a little later than I had anticipated. Daniel Schneider. Daniel Schneider is a 728 Fargo out of Austin, Texas. Yeah, I knew I recognized the name. He's a good player. Good player. Run-out player. Is there no thumbnail on the video? Let me check that. Yeah, thumbnail's good to go. We are good. What's up, GWN? All right, let's see Daniel. .730 Fargo can put some pressure in a race to 7. Alternate break format. I mean, if he gets the break to work out well, He's from Austin, Texas as well, which he's probably played at Skinny Bob's a fair amount. Lamb Fam asks, is this a tournament? Yeah, this is the Skinny Bob's 9-ball classic. I think it's 10,000 added. They ended up with, I think 5 or so top flight pros at this event. Honestly, the last one they did, they got quite a few more than that. But I think that due to the tournament schedules in the surrounding areas at events near this on the calendar, I think guys just taking a break and not traveling as much. But it is 10,000 added. I don't know if they've announced the payouts. I can check on Facebook if they've announced the payouts. They probably have at this point. Let me check it out. They probably have it on Pool Action TV's Facebook page. Let's check it out. By the way, shout out to Pool Action TV. Thanks for allowing Fedor to do his streaming. If you guys want to check out the pay-per-view and see this tournament as it heads towards its conclusion, you can check that out. Oh, trying to get a little extra motion out of the cue ball like we talked about in the last shot that we saw Fedor cheat the pocket. Daniel Schneider overcuts the ball to get that extra motion out of the cue ball, and it doesn't work out for him. It looks like first place in the tournament goes for $5,200. I can show you. Let's see how Fedor deals with this situation, and I'll pull you guys over to the payout structure. They have a flyer out on Facebook. I can show it to you in a minute here. Looks like Fedor's jumping. He's going for the jump cue. At the end of the match that Fedor streamed yesterday versus Coy, what was the guy's name? Coy Derelick. After that match, Fedor was talking about how much he loves his jump cue. I'm assuming that's why he's away from the table right now. He's getting it all set up, deciding which extension to use on it, which configuration for this specific jump. Looks like he's going for some extra length, extra weight. Tells me he's probably trying to get some extra height. And he's going for this ball. He's trying to pocket this ball. With where the 8 is sitting, he's probably going to be landing somewhere right around here if he's going for extra height. I can't imagine he's going to be trying to land on the ball because the tangent line does funny things when you land on the ball. Checking to make sure he's chalked up. No, he was playing safe the whole way. No pot. Fedor's never missed a jump by 2 diamonds. So obviously he was playing safe there. Daniel's going to get a chance to jump here. I think you got to go offensive. Because you got odds to get safe if the ball doesn't go. Just going to keep an eye on the safety battle. Let's see Daniel thinking about the shot here. Making sure that his jump cue is perfectly coated. The tip. This Daniel Schneider guy's pretty tall. Jumping the ball must be fairly comfortable for him with a traditional overhand stroke, or like elbow over the cue stroke. I'll show you the payouts in between this rack and the next rack. Fedor is a Russian name. Yeah, it's pronounced like, I can't pronounce it correctly, but the closest I can get, it's more like Fyodor. The American or English pronunciation is Fedor. Oblivion, I never professed to not be a jackass. I mean, I'm definitely I'm definitely probably a jackass, but hey, we're having some fun. Nathan Cleespy, what are you talking about? Collins, Jelly Roll refers to a Monterey kickback for setting up a game or borrowing someone your cue as a favor. They threw you a bone. Okay, I think I get what you're saying there. Interesting little tidbit of information. Fedor finds himself in a spot here. Is that SVB on the next table? I believe it is. I think I saw him. I saw that. You know how he grips the cue? I recognized that earlier when I was, or when they were warming up. Monetary, not Monterey. Gotcha. Thank you, Nathan. I can read. Apparently not. I'm too distracted by the chat right now. I want to watch this game. I'm going to ignore you guys for a little bit. This has been a pretty interesting back and forth, and it looked like Daniel Schneider had a completely open shot and just butchered it. Fedor almost overcuts the ball, but he got a lot out of the cue ball there. With all the traffic up table here with where the 8 and 6 and 9 are sitting, unless he's got a perfect line that he can follow straight through here, I wouldn't be surprised if he decides to cut the 3 in the corner. But if he has a perfect line off of the 3, obviously you got to go for the side pocket. The pocket's so much easier, so much bigger, so much closer. So he does have a good line through the traffic. And I think he's got enough of the 4 ball here. Oh, yeah, that's right. This is where Sophia Mast is from. Very cool. Did you say that she's up there right now? Playing SVB? No. Maybe she's in the upper left? That's Lazaro Martinez on the table next door. Check this out. Lazaro Martinez on the table next door right there. Great young player. I mean, he's going to be a threat in this tournament. Oh, yeah, Sophia Mast is behind Lazaro. Yeah. Very cool. Fedor Gorst is going to get the next one on the fly. We've got a score of 2-0 after quite a lengthy back and forth, and with the alternate break format, it's Fedor's break. So Daniel up against the wall here. What cue is Fedor using? He's playing with a Viking cue. The name of it, I know that there's some people in the chat. Oh, Ricard is here. Ricard knows I'll memorize it now. Ricard, Put it in the chat one more time, the model queue that he's using, so I can log it away. I haven't done that yet. Little Laz, they call him. Little Laz, Lazaro Martinez. Is SVB streaming? No, I don't think so. SVB just likes to focus on the game. Sorry about that. There we go. We got almost 500 people watching, nice and bright and early, guys. Don't forget to click that like button. Solid break, 1 ball down. How many balls did he make? Holy crap, he made 4 balls. Holy quap. A B3391 is the model, is the Q model. B3391. And white carbon shaft. With a Kamui clear black soft tip. 6060 prototype jump cue. He says that jump cue is going to be coming out soon, and he's excited. He's really excited that that's going to get released. You guys can check it out. Hey, what's up, Sean Adams? Just moved from Austin. How can I look up the tournament bracket to see how many I know that are playing in the event? Tournament brackets on Digital Pool. Let me make sure it's in the video description as well. Let me make sure we got the bracket link for you guys. Yeah, it's in the video description. Below the video. Check it out. S3391. I mean, it was S-tuned by Seabirds. Okay. We're looking at a pretty quick 3-0 here. 4 balls on the break. What a monster. What a monster. Sophia's from Florida? She traveled to Texas? She is from Florida, isn't she? Who's from Texas? My apologies, guys. She's competed at Skinny Bob's quite a bit. I've seen her. She must like the room. She must like going to Texas. What diameter shaft is he using? The white carbon shaft, I believe, is 12.5, 12.4. Oh, they have multiple options here. Scratch on the break from Daniel Schneider. The window is closing very quickly. Very, very quickly. I mean, he's a 728 Fargo, guys. And he's having a brutal set right here. It's amazing how when guys that are normally like room crushers play someone like Fedor, like Shane, like FSR, like Koping Chung, I used to call it the SVB effect because he was the first guy that I saw, putting it on somebody. But things just don't work for whatever reason. Not only does Fedor capitalize on all the mistakes, but the guys make more mistakes than they usually make. It's wild. Tim Cutting, thank you so much. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. I know the style isn't for everybody, but we're super glad to hear that there's those of you that do enjoy it. The Fedor effect lowers Fargo 100 points. Probably. There is something that happens from time to time in the other direction, though, where when you're playing somebody that's way better than you and you just like get in the zone and you play way above your own head because it's time to execute, I've seen that too, but it's so much more often the other way where things just don't work. Wow. Used every inch of that pocket. And he's got kind of a shallow angle here. We're going to see a stroke. We're going to see a stroke. Are we going to see the shot? Are we going to see the boom, boom, boom? Whoa, that's a straight line. Come down here and over here. No, he's going low on the cue ball. So he was almost dead straight. He was super straight. That's the difference between a world champion and a pool hall champion. Exactly. Exactly. Del Victor, that is awesome. We need to hear more stories like that. Del Victor says, I just got a pool table and started watching on YouTube 3 months ago. I watch every day now. Thanks for the content. Dude, watch every day for a couple years and just see what these guys are doing. See what's possible. Try to analyze and think logically through why they come to the decisions that they do, and try to notice when the cue ball doesn't take a natural path, and try to figure out how they made it do that. Do that every day for a few years, and you'll start beating all your pool hall regs. Mike McPherson says if a 728 plays 550s all the time, they get multiple opportunities to win. 800s don't give those opportunities. Here's an interesting point about Fargo. If you look on the Fargo app, where on my account, under my name, I can actually see my win-loss ratio against different Fargos. And you can actually see that I basically, against a 300 to 400 Fargo, I don't lose any games, like 0 games. But the reality is, because I'm basically a 600 Fargo, I'm just a touch under 600 right now. But in the system, if I win one game against another 600 Fargo, if I, in a set of games, if I'm ahead by one game by the end of that set, it's essentially the same as me being ahead by 8 games against a 300 to 400 Fargo, like a 300 Fargo. And so what that means is I could win 40 games in a row against them, much lower Fargo. But if I lose even 2 or 3 because I bobbled a 9-ball or something like that, it decimates all the work that I've done. So that's why it's more effective if you want to have a greater impact on your Fargo rate, like for your personal goals. It's better to play people that are even with you or better than you. You can affect your Fargo by just absolutely smashing guys that aren't supposed to win, but you have to destroy them. You have to absolutely smash them in order to make it have any effect on your your rating. If you're trying to, like I said, if you're trying to reach some type of goal by increasing your Fargo or whatever. But yeah. Is that Django on the other table? No, I don't think Bustamante is here. What's up, New Jersey pool player? Good to see you, buddy. I don't see so many players use Exceed in the USA. Can you tell me a reason? It's just not I don't know. Players just don't talk about it much. Interesting. Maybe trying to use the 8 to slow down the 3. Look where his cue ball is. Maybe he was banking the 3 into the 8 to leave the 3 right here so that he blocks with the 5. But I think this is going to be the first opportunity in the set to really see Daniel play here. I mean, if he doesn't get out here, it's going to be curtains, guys. Lonnie, what's up, man? What were you saying? He is not Collins. Cue ball control. Sometimes we were up there yesterday. Sorry, I missed what you were talking about, my friend. Here we go. Just trying to check. He doesn't need to do much with the cue ball here. It'll leave a nice angle on the 7. Real nice mechanics. Daniel Schneider here. Interesting bridge he's using there. Yeah, Boosty is not. Yeah, no. Yeah, I think we ended up with Roland Garcia, SVB, Fedor Gorst, Mark Estiola. Who else traveled for this event? I can't remember off the top of my head. There's a couple more in there. There you go. No skunk today. It's all about the rack. What's up, dude? Good morning, Ken. Everybody finally making it in here. I'd assume we're going to have at least one more stream today. Depending on how the tournament goes for Fedor, if he plays perfect and smashes everybody, I think we still get at least one more stream on this channel. Oh, guys, I never showed you guys the payouts. Here we go. Do this real quickly. Boom. Zoom in. Nope, we can't zoom in. We can zoom in up here. 5,200 for first. 2,700 for second. The auction's pretty stout. $9,970 for first over there. I can tell you, Fedor has confirmed with me that every event that he plays in that has an auction, he either buys himself outright or gets 50% of his action. There's no variance from that. So no matter what, he at least gets 50% of his action on the player auctions. So he told me that not every player does that at every event. Some players only do it when they get a good price. He says no matter what happens, no matter what he sells for in the auction, he initially tries to bid for himself to get 100% of himself. But if it goes beyond his budget or whatever, he'll get half of himself. 100% of the time. What is an auction? In a lot of these events in different states, they do a player auction where it literally at the beginning of the event, they do an auction where you can buy a player for an uncapped amount of money, and then all the players that are bought, all that money goes into a pool, and they create a payout structure, and whatever you bought the player for, regardless of what you bought the player for, the first prize is what it is. So is Fedor using white carbon brake cue? don't remember. I'm so not an equipment guy. I just brushed up. I know his cue he's playing with is either it's a B3391 or S3391 Viking cue. I know it's on the 6060 website. I believe he went for 4,200 in the auction. Second blind bid. SVB was first. Interesting. Hey, Nathan coming in with a super chat. $5 super chat says, thanks for the commentary. Looking forward to Vegas. Hope to see you there. I'll be there at Griff's for the U.S. Open. I am streaming the U.S. Open on Post Up. If you guys want to follow the U.S. Open 10 ball, U.S. Open 8 ball, U.S. Open 1 pocket, and U.S. Open banks, it's going to be live for probably roughly 12 hours a day for 2 weeks starting on the 3rd of March. On Post Up. Just search Post Up on YouTube. Go subscribe. Do they have to win the tournament to get the payout? Yes. So yes and no. Sorry. Whatever they place, I'll show you once again after this shot real quickly. It looks like he's trying to negotiate a way to deal with the 5 ball here. There's no way to get there and still have insurance on the 4 ball because the 4 ball's laying below the side pocket. So you got to get at least to the center of the table to do anything with the 4 ball. I wonder what he's going to do here. Is he going to try to go forward and clip the 5? It's a risky shot, but if you clip the left side of the 5 here, I don't know what angle he has. He might be able to go right into it right here without going to the rail first. He just played safe because he couldn't get out. Just played safe because he couldn't get out from there. So here's what I'm talking about. If you place first in the tournament, that's what you get paid from the auction. If you place second in the tournament, that's what you get paid from the auction, so on and so forth. Right? There you go. 5,000 added 9 ball. 5,200 for first. If you got yourself in the auction, $9,970 for first in the auction. If SVB got himself for $4,200, that means he has to win this tournament outright at least 50% of the time. Yikes. That's probably not a good price, even with the field being, it's race to 7. Am I going to SBE in Philly? No. I don't even know what that is. What's Super Billiards Expo? No, I will not be there. I'd say New Jersey pool player, I'd say it's a touch under a coin flip. I'd say given the field, you got to go at least 30%, like a third of the time. Because SVB and Fedor, I think it's a coin flip between the two of them. But then them guys versus the field, as individuals versus the field, it's like there's no way it's better than 30% when the other guy shows up. Might be 40%. I don't know. It might be 40, 40, 20 for first place anyway. Player only gets half if he bought the half. Exactly. Yeah, so typically in an auction, whatever a player goes for, so if we're using the example of, and I don't know if this is the case, but we just heard in the chat, if, for example, SVB was bought for $4,200 in the auction, he has the option, the player always has the option to buy 50% of the action. So he could then say, yeah, I'll pay $2,100 for myself, and then if whatever he places in the tournament, the payout on the auction, he gets half of it. I am still in shock. We have our first $1 million prize fund tournament from Matchroom and Saudi 10-year deal for World Pool Championship. Wow. Brian Murphy, exactly. It's not $1 million added. It's not added, but it is $1 million payout in total with a full field, which I'm sure they'll get a full field. It's a $1 million guarantee. Ooh, Federer's coming up short here. Coming up short here. This is kind of hairy. Are there any other channels streaming this event? If you want to see the pay-per-view for the feature table, for the main feature table, go check it out at Pool Action TV. I believe Sophia Mast usually streams her own table where she's playing on her Facebook page, I believe. I don't know if she's doing it at this event or not. But this is it for the, as far as pros, I don't think there are other pros streaming their own. No problem whatsoever. Never in doubt. How do you shoot this ball exactly like that? I mean, I try to. I try to shoot it that way. I probably make it 60% of the time. 55 maybe. It's barely better than a coin flip. I miss it a lot. First place should be six figures at $1 million guarantee, right? So the main thing that's different about, like, compared to most payout structures in that tournament, the main thing that's different for the payout structure in that tournament is they're planning to pay the whole field because you must qualify in order to play. So they're doing, you must qualify. So just getting to the World Championships guarantees some type of payout. But I would imagine that first place is going to be somewhere around $180,000 to $250,000 for first prize, I would assume. They have not announced the payout structure. They plan to do that, in flashy fashion on social media. That was definitely a hell of a shot on the 8. I wouldn't say the chat is saying top right on that ball. You don't need to put much inside spin on that ball to check it because it's so thin. So if you're worried about like the scratch in the side, it's literally like a quarter tip or between a half tip and quarter tip of right spin to just make sure the cue ball goes back and forward. You don't need to put a ton of right on the ball. Look at this kiss that's going to put him straight in the corner. Unreal. Unlucky. Confirmation from the chat. Candace Weaver says that Sophia is indeed streaming her matches on Facebook. So if you want to check that out, she's live right now. Fedor does not use his phone anymore. Fedor has a complete streaming setup with a digital encoder and a mirrorless Sony vlogging camera. One o'clock, I would say, yeah, between 12:30 and 1 o'clock. Bang time pool, yeah. Just to check it, just so you don't have to worry about the cue ball running away from the 9. You put too much inside on that ball, all of a sudden you go in towards the 9, and then speed becomes tougher. Did anything just start over? He was not just up 4-1. What do you mean, Reese Lewis? What do you... Reese Lewis, I don't know what you're talking about. It must be tough to play pool when you're that tall sometimes. The way he stands over the ball looks mildly uncomfortable. He's got really good cue action, though. I really like the way he moves the cue, the way he holds the cue, and like his alignment of his elbow, shoulder, wrist, and all that over the cue. Really, really good stuff. Interesting choice to go with inside on that ball. Probably to slow the cue ball down a little bit, but the issue with that shot, I would say, I would not recommend to most amateurs. I would not recommend to try to go this way because you're coming across the line of the shot, right? So the shot line is here. You generally don't want to be coming across the line with the cue ball. But obviously, you know, 728 Fargo, pretty good with speed control. Probably used the extra rail because he was so thin to make sure that the cue ball slows down. Instead of using outside on that ball, the cue ball might have wanted to kind of run away from him. Is Roberto Gomez playing there? I don't think he showed up. I think it was only Roland Garcia. I think Roland is the only Filipino out there. Really nice out. Name says, that's funny. I'm short. I always assume taller dudes have an easier time. Yeah, I'm sure easier with some things, but then sometimes you got to get real low on the ball sometimes, and it looks like he's left-eye dominant. So, like, the way he has to get over the cue, I wonder if he has, like, neck and back problems like Alvin Ocean, or like John Mora did. No one on the break this time. 7-ball misses the kiss on the 8, doesn't kiss off the 8 to go on the side, leaves Fedor with, I'd say, a tough but workable out here. Really tough opening shot with the 8-ball laying where it is. What size are the pockets? I don't know, actually. I'd assume that they're just standard diamond tables. I'm pretty sure it's the angle of the camera that makes this pocket here look tighter than this pocket over here. Maybe 4 1/4, maybe 4 1/2. I don't know. 4 1/2 pro cut. Oh, Lonnie knows. Backwards Billiards streams out of Skinny Bob's all the time. Lonnie knows. 4 1/2-inch pro cut pockets. There you go. Oh, he goes for the combo to not have to deal with traffic on the opening shot and absolutely obliterates it to get the cue ball back into open territory. Look at this shot. Wow. Perfect timing for the epic music. A little unlucky, comes up short. Maybe hit timidly because of the traffic. With the 5-ball laying where it was, maybe. What the heck do you do here? Do you just send the cue ball up behind the cluster? Bank the 2 this way? And send the cue ball this way? Maybe? Don't scratch. Ooh, unlucky. He hits the 4-ball so he doesn't end up with cover. But the interesting point is he created a roadblock for the run out. So no matter who wins this safety battle is likely to play another safety at some point in this run out because there's no easy shot to develop the 4-ball with insurance. And what I mean by that is you could say, oh, yeah, he could play the cue ball off the 3 into these balls, but you don't have insurance. You don't know for sure that you're going to end up with a shot all the time. Generally, when you develop a cluster like this, you want to do it with a ball where you can develop the cluster and play position on a different ball instead of playing position on a ball that's already in the cluster. I think Daniel is very right-eye dominant, not left-eye. It looks like he's turning his head, doesn't it? I might have misspoke there, but I thought I saw him like turning his head to get his left eye over the cue. So here we go. This is where we're going to find out. Is he going to take the gamble and just blast him open? And then if it doesn't work out, play safe? Because I don't think there's a safety that you can get position on. Yeah, so he's looking at going 2 rails. If you go, oh, look at this. If he splits if he splits the 6 and 7, he has decent odds to have some type of look at the 4 ball. Either down in this corner or maybe the 4 ball might leak out, to here and be able to shoot it in the side pocket. Let's see how it turns out. He's trying to split the 6 and 7 with the cue ball. Doesn't matter which one he hits first, but just going in between and hitting one of them with like a half ball hit. It'll open it up like a flower. The problem here is if you go full into the 7, actually no, if you go full into the 7 as well, the 4 ball wants to go this way, 7 ball wants to go this way, and the cue ball wants to kind of follow the 7, I think, or maybe go through it this way, which might leave a shot on the 4. Interesting. A lot of different things can happen here. Splits the 7 perfectly. Splits the 6 and 7 perfectly. Look at that. Such a nice cue ball. Easy peasy. This game is easy, guys. That's why you get guys that have never played pool seriously before showing up at some of your local tournaments and just like going, yeah, I'm going to go play a tournament. I beat all my friends. I'll go play a tournament. Because the game's easy. Which is cool, by the way. I think more people should do that. But sometimes the confidence that they come in with is a little, they're in for a rude awakening. Those dudes are my shot at advancing in tournaments. Yeah. Yeah. It sure feels like that way sometimes. Holy crap. Isn't that funny? The funny thing about this game, right, is that like the thing that we love about the game is also the thing that makes it so difficult for the game to grow. I think that a lot of people, and I'm not speaking for 100% of people, but I'm sure that there's a lot of you in the chat that can kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Sympathize with this perspective, or maybe you agree and feel the same way. But like, I love the fact that it looks so easy, but it's so not. It's so difficult, right? I like that about the game. But it also makes it difficult for the game to grow because people just think the game is easy. So why would I play it? It's just boring. I mean, I've made 3 or 4 in a row before. I don't need to work harder. I've done all that. And then when the pros do it, it's like, yeah, he's just making the ball. What? He just made that one and he made the next one. I can make 3 or 4. He's just making 9. It's not that impressive. I'm still a 3 in APA after 8 months. Jack Matt. Sounds about right. I was a 5 or 6 in APA, I think, when I was 2 years in. 2 to 3 years in, I think. What's up, Chris Kringle? What's up, buddy? Here we go, on the hill. Hi-ya. One ball hits the point of the pocket, jars to the middle of the table. Cue ball dresses up with near the corner pocket, dead straight in on the 3 ball, with the 2 ball on the opposite short rail. I didn't say 3 ball. I mean, I said 3 ball. I meant 1 ball. Straight in to the 1 ball with the 2 ball on the opposite short rail. Good Lord, if Daniel Schneider fires this ball in and draws back to the 2 ball, he's got a chance at winning this set. SVB is playing on the table in the top right, yeah. Here we go. Big shot. Taking a lot of time with this. Ooh, he hit it really good. He might scratch here, guys. Oh my gosh, he didn't scratch. Wow. Oh, he did scratch. Okay, there it is. Wow. He hit it really good. That's so sick to hit a ball that good and get boned. Interesting. Interesting. He hit the ball like he was going to the other side of the 3. I wonder if he was going to the other side of the 3 because of this line off of the second rail. I would have thought that I would have tried to, and I'm probably wrong, I would have tried to just played speed like right out here. But maybe he was using the shot line to come this way to guarantee that he'd be moving back to the 4 after the 3. That's next level thinking if that's what he was doing. That's next level. Elbow tip going side to side is not ideal. I didn't see much. I don't know if I saw that. All right, folks, there we have it. Fedor Gorst advances. Let's take a look at the bracket real quick. We're going to get a Skype call quite quickly here, actually. Let's see if I can get this done quickly. Looks like he's going to play the winner between, come on, baby, Blaine Barkas and Tommy Tokoff in round 5. I'm going to get a Skype call any second here. Whoa. Yo.
What's up?
What's up? Good set as usual. Playing good. Feeling loose.
Yeah, I felt all right. Are we live already?
Yeah, we're live. I just got to mute the Skinny Bob's video so we don't get copyright stuff. There we go. We're good to go. And then we'll do this. Boom. Yeah. What's new?
Yeah. Felt pretty good. Made some, silly mistakes, and but overall, I mean, I'm playing fine. Just braking a little bit. My brake is a little bit off. I'm trying to brake as hard as I can. I'm tired of all this, soft braking. I just wanna brake hard, make 5 balls in the brake, and run 4 balls.
Yeah, you did that in one of the games, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I did make four balls, I think, in one game.
Yeah.
Maybe 5. I don't know.
I think it was 4, yeah. Yeah, what cue are you braking with? I've forgotten. What are you braking with these days?
I have the same bot right now. As of right now, I have the same bot for my playing cue and my brake cue.
Okay.
Then the S-tuned Viking bot with the white carbon shaft. But that's going to change this year because we're going to come out with my signature line. We're still working on prototypes.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. So next,
did you see that stop jump shot when I stopped the ball behind the ball?
Were you trying to cut it?
No, I was trying to play safe.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
I played it that perfect.
Yeah, you played it real good. At first, I thought you were trying to cut it in, and then when you stopped the ball, I'm like, guys, Fedor's never missed a jump shot by 2 diamonds, so that was an incredible shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
It was tough. It was the big distance. I couldn't really cut it because I think the cue ball would have jumped off the table if I tried to cut the ball.
Right. I saw that you picked up the more, like, the longer extension for your jump cue to get a little bit more power to get the ball higher, right?
Yeah, that's a little, how do you call it? Little hint. Little hint.
Yeah.
For what's the product going to look like.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. So how many more rounds are left here? I was looking at the bracket a second ago.
I'm playing at 1:30 in an hour. The winner of Blaine Barkers and Teomin Tokov, I think.
Okay.
Less likely that's going to be on the stream because if Vitali and SVB are winning their matches, they're playing each other, so I'm sure that match will be on the TV table.
Right.
So if all of the names that I mentioned win and they still schedule me at 1:30, then we're going to go live again.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I told them we have at least one more for sure today, I would think. So probably more than that.
I'll say 2, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Right on. We'll see you in, pretty shortly then. In about an hour or 2? Hour?
Yes.
Yeah.
See you guys in an hour.
All right, cool. Rock and roll.
Yep.
See you
on
YouTube soon. Yeah. Boom. Okay.